episode 197. Thank you all for listening to episode 196, shorter than Adam Cole. I am Marcus Wellington IV, here with my co-host.
It's Ric Flair, bitch.
You have Bear Cubbington.
That should not be as funny as that is, but that's fucking great, dude. That's clever.
Gotta change it up sometimes.
Bear Cubbington. I'm getting that on a shirt.
Winston George Newton III.
You sound like a terrible wrestling heel. Be like William Regal's brother or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, would you take your name?
Winston.
Did you take your names from quarterbacks that are, mediocre or hurt all the time?
Yes, because my back is killing me right now.
I bet. Oh, God. So today's episode is actually a special one because we are doing both sports and wrestling in one. We haven't done this since, I think, episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
We're combining both. We're doing a golf outing. We did a practice round this past weekend. Shot 7 under with only 2 of us here. We're without our longest driver who hit when he hits it straight and our best player. So if we can go 12 to 15 under, we're looking pretty good. 7 under was solid for us, and we had Brandon from the Grown-Ups participate with us. He had a beautiful long drive on 9. Well, he shocked himself. It was the best swing all the way through, and he drove it, 295? Flat?
Yeah.
I bet you he was ecstatic. I bet you his confidence went from here to like here.
Well, we told him to play his shot because me and Cody Bryant played out the rest. We eagled the hole, but then Brandon got his first legit birdie for himself. That's his first legit birdie. We said, dude, play out your shots because this is your best opportunity to get your first ever birdie. So we let him play it out. He got the bird. We got the eagle. And we bogeyed 1 hole, and it was the toughest hole on the course. So we'll take it. And we didn't even get to take our 4th putt. So a lot of holes we played 4 shots. A majority of them, though. Cody, would you say we only played 3 on a lot of them?
Yeah, the majority we played 3.
Yeah. A couple of the putts, either you or I hit or we both did, just see how it went because we could read each other's stuff. But we were happy with it, man. I mean, the first 2 holes we birdied real quick, and it looked good. And I know you were getting pissed. See, Cody has a natural draw that he said is not natural. It's not on purpose.
That's right.
So,
I can't do it on purpose.
You can imagine in the short areas that have the trees on either side, he was smoking them fucking trees on the drives.
Yeah.
Well, because then when Cody drives it, he tees the ball down so low, it's literally just like a low line drive.
Man, when he gets out there in the open, that bitch is gone.
Yeah, it still flies far as shit when there's nothing around, but when you got trees and stuff, they're gonna block it. It makes it a little tougher. Some of them you got to get up and over them.
Bear, usually, what do you average on a drive, like yardage-wise?
Probably 275.
Yeah.
Average.
So 275 average. I'm probably 265, 270, I would say. So I think, and then if Jake gets a hold of it, I mean, you're going to, dude, we've seen you hit that bitch 310, 320. We just need you to hit it straight because if you do, you're going to save us a lot.
I'm going to, like I said, last night I went to the driving range and probably hit, 50, 60 drives, just trying to get more consistent with it. And I think I figured out something, I take a step back from the ball a little further so I'm not getting near the ground and I'm actually hitting it off the tee better. So no matter, I hit the ball far as shit every time. I wasn't, grounding it to the left or, topping it and shit. All my drives were over 250. All of them. It's just a matter of straightening all of them out and getting them in between the, on the fairway.
I drove this ball, Bear, like 275, 280, and I watched him do a 3/4 swing and knock the bitch 300. Like, it was just stupid. He's like, dude, I think you outdrove me. I was like, dude, you didn't even swing full, and I guarantee you outdrove me. And he did.
I'm scared. If I swing full, I'll crush it. But, like, when I swing fully, you don't know where that damn thing's going to go.
That's why just be consistent first. That's why we got a lot of good iron players here. So we'll be all right. As long as we get up there and we have opportunity to birdie the par 3s and 4s and eagle those par 5s, we're in good shape. So,
yeah.
It's a 71 par 71 course. So if we can shoot 59, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Looking forward to the outing. So again, the next episode is actually going to be us at the golf outing. So probably Bear and I will probably ride in a cart, and then we'll use my phone. And we got Cody Bryant and Jake Zazu in another cart. Cody Bryant will have his phone, so we'll be able to record between each hole and pause as we go. Looking forward to that. Should be a good time. We're gonna hopefully win this thing. This is the last one, and hopefully this is one of many to come for us in golf outings.
What's the closest you guys have come to winning this?
We were in what, third, Bear? Weren't we like 14 or 15 under?
Yeah, I think last year. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it was third.
Yeah, it was me, Nate, Cody, and Bear. And we were 14 or 15 under. I think the winners were like 18 or 19. They win it every year. And I'm like, they must be legit if they win it every year. You know, I don't see them cheating like that. But like we said, if we win any prize, we'll win it for most honest golf team. So, but so looking forward to that. The koozies are in, the shirts are in. We got the NWO looking shirts. We're going to have those for episode 200, which is next Saturday. We're going to have what we're doing is we're going to only have 8 or 9 people there. The 4 of us, 2 guys from the grown-ups, maybe 3, and then 2 to 3 of our sponsors are going to be there. So those that listen to the show, Jeremy, this is a fun fact about Jeremy, has never had alcohol in his life, and I'm not telling him to now. But those that do drink alcohol, next Thursday and Friday, so the 16th and 17th, let us know how many you drink, because we need a head start since we can't have listeners at our show at episode 200. So give us the head start. We're trying to get over 100 with you guys as part of it, which would have been that way anyway. So we're hoping to start off at between 100 and 120 on Saturday, and give us a little more fun to focus on the show and get us to 200 drinks, because the pod's got to beat Patty Boggs again.
Yeah. The pod has to beat the pod.
Yeah, the pod has to beat the pod. So if our fans can get us over 100 right away, they already beat last year without us even starting.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
All right. So thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. So first thing, Bear, you want to tell us what happened in golf last week?
Yeah, just disappointed that I didn't go 2 years ago. That's the whole thing with COVID. You never know what's going to happen, I guess, because I really wanted to go up to this tournament. But DeChambeau pretty much, he played really well all week, very consistent, 66, 67, 67, 65. Matthew Wolff was leading him by 3 going into Sunday. He shot 69, 64, 64. Unfortunately, shot 71 on Sunday, lost by 3 to DeChambeau. He pretty much just dominated the whole week. Just outdrove the course. I think he had a drive where he flew it 373 or something, friggin' nuts like that.
He had like a 380, 390 yard drive after it rolled.
Yeah, it was, anyone that can carry it 300 is a man, but when you can carry it 350, 360, that's, I think it was a par 5. It was like, I don't know, 560 or something like that. And they're like, no one will hit the bunker all day, or no one's been hitting the bunkers up here. It's 340 out. And he flew the bunker. So the announcers were, creaming over that one. And still only made birdie. So should have made an eagle there with 182 yards, I think he had in. But, it is what it is. He still won the tournament. So I think he's finished top 10 in every tournament since COVID came back this year. And this was his first win. And now he's coming to a course this week that he has had success in the last couple of weeks.
What were you saying, Jake?
I don't know. If he figures out his irons, and he starts shooting his irons a little better and his wedges, he's going to just improve that much more, because I've watched it the last 3-4 weeks, and, he's struggled with his irons, putting them close to the pin, and his wedges, once he figures out that a little more, he can be more consistent with those. He's going to be a force,
I think he already is a force, but with that, that will take him to you're right. With elite iron striking, that'll take him to the top of the top. That will take him to the Brooks Koepka and Justin Thomas, that level right there. Because I think right now he's probably overtaken Justin. He hasn't had a good comeback since all COVID started. I mean, Bryson's been the best player since everything's restarted again. There's no denying that. So as we get into these tournaments, with longer courses, the Memorial here the next 2 weeks is a long course. It's notoriously long, one of the longer ones on the PGA Tour. I think it goes 7,350 or 7,400 yards. They're the ones that have the 662-yard par 5, which I don't know, but I think has only been hit into twice ever. I think Bryson has a shot this week to get there within 2 a couple times. So it'll be interesting. I think that's 16 maybe. Yeah, this is Jack's course coming up this week, so it should be a good one. But I'll let you go over our picks from last week before we get into current week.
Absolutely. So our picks last week, we had 3 guys miss the cut. It was a rough one for people. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it. Right, let me share the screen here. So 3 guys missed the cut. Jason Duffner, Patrick Reed, and Kevin Na pulled out on Friday, as Jake said. But Victor Hovland finished 12th. That's who I had. And Bear had Doc Redmond finish 21st. He was up in the lead on day 1.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
And so Bear and I kind of pad our little lead we have. So Bear is still at 29.6. I'm at 31.8. Brandon 38.3. Jake 40.8. Cody Bryant 45 even. So this week, as you already went over everything, so Bear, you're in the lead. Who was your pick this week?
Yeah, so Jack's course, Muirfield Village, beautiful course. I have been there one time in Dublin, Ohio. Highly recommend if you ever want to go watch a golf tournament to go there. It is a beautiful course. Like I said, very long. So it's great walking. If you like to be in shape or stay in shape, there's a lot of walking, a lot of hills on that course. Just a beautiful, beautiful course. And this technically is, I think they said, the Workday Charity Open. And then next week will be, quote unquote, the Memorial, which this tournament usually runs Memorial Day weekend. But playing back-to-back here is pretty cool. They were supposed to have fans here with all cases of COVID spiking. They decided against it, and I'm guessing they will decide against it again next week as Ohio has put into place certain counties that have levels. And Dublin, I'm pretty sure, is in Franklin County near Columbus.
Correct.
Which is in one of the level 3 states where you have to wear a mask mandatory at all times. So no fans this week. No fans.
So are the golfers going to have to wear masks while they're walking then?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that they'll have them do that, especially with as hot as it has been and as hot as it's going to be. But I'm sure if they don't, they'll get a whole bunch of backlash and say, oh, well, professional golfers have to do it, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, but I doubt that they're going to have to wear a mask at this tournament.
I mean, plus they're getting, every single person there is getting tested before they even, step out onto the course. So even if someone, tests positive, they're not going to play. So, I mean, they do have that, padded level of knowing if people have it or not,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. So it'll be interesting. But this is one of those that is it's always a big name event where always kind of the unknowns are up and around there sometimes. Duffner won this thing 3 years ago. Anabari Lahari was up there. James Hahn was up there. Kyle Stanley finished tied. I think Kyle Stanley has 2 top 10s from 2017 and 2018 in this event. DeChambeau won it in 18, and last year Patrick Cantlay won it. With Kevin Streelman. Martin Keimer had a kind of a comeback last year. He's been hurt, so him finishing 3rd in this event was pretty cool. I don't think he's playing in this one. Tiger is not playing again, but he was tied 9th here last year. But last year they had a lot of bigger names at the top: Cantlay, Adam Scott, Mark Leishman, Hideki, Jordan Spieth. Duffner was up there again. Tiger, Horschel, Justin Rose, Ricky Fowler, Xander. But the one guy who did not have a good tournament here last year was the guy I'm going to pick this week. And he shot 71 and 80 here last year and missed the cut. And he is the number one player in the world. That would be Justin Thomas. So that was my pick this week. There's going to be a rebound week. They already showed him out there practicing, playing a few holes. He looked really good. So I'm excited for him this week. I think I should definitely get a top 10 out of him.
I am going to Bomber's Delight here. I already took Bryson, so I'm going to take Brooks. Give me Brooks Kopeka, as Brandon would call him, or Kepka. Give me him. Bomber's Delight all up on this course. Brandon, speaking of which, took Ben On. Good pick there. He was one of the other guys I thought about picking. I switched my mind 3 times. I had Duffner on Kepka. I'm going to go with Kepka this week. So looks like Jake has Victor Hovland. See how that goes. And Cody Bryant, what about you, sir?
I'm going to go with Hideki Matsuyama.
There's a lot of course success here also. That's a good pick.
That is a great pick. All right, so good luck to us this week. We'll see what happens. On to NASCAR. So, again, the old shitty luck strikes again for me. William Byron had a late race incident happen and had a great car again, screwed. But even worse was poor Cody Bryant takes a 28th place when his guy was winning with 7 laps to go, cut a tire, and smoked the wall, which allowed Kevin Harvick to win the race. Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick are dominating this season, and that was just an unfortunate situation for Denny Hamlin. So, unfortunately, Cody Bryant has his worst finish of the year with the best driver on the circuit, and just a bad shame of luck.
Yeah,
that was this tire.
I wish that never happened because Austin Dillon still would have probably finished top 10.
Yeah,
so that kind of killed everything right there. Unfortunately, that one sucked, but it is what it is. That's just the way of the beast and how that shit happens sometimes. But it was a good race, though. I mean, it was rather entertaining. It's the Brickyard, so a lot of people cut tires. Who else? Bowman took a hard hit into the wall. There was somebody else also. I'm trying to think before Bowman. Damn it. It was right when I turned. Eric Jones. Yeah, Eric Jones destroyed the wall.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he took a nasty hit. So
Jake is now a big fan of NASCAR. He's watched it every week since we've been back, and he's become a fan. So good for Jake. Get him a fan of a sport. He's still in the lead. Chris Bell was behind Austin Dillon, and Bear would have overtaken the points lead. But Austin Dillon had a little accident or some things happen at the end there on the turn 3 and allowed Christopher Bell to get back into 12th. Dillon dropped to 18th. So he's still now you hold an 8-point lead over Bear.
Well, because I was texting you while that was all going on, and I'm like, damn, Bear's going to pass me in points this week because guy's beating me. And, like, literally, 2-3 minutes after I sent that message, he wrecks. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, because we were texting on the green flag for the overtime restart, and then it happened on the white flag, turn 3. Got you back up there. So you're at 10.7, Bears at 11.2, Brandon 15.2, Cody Bryant 15.4, and I am way behind. You might as well count me out of this, 17.4. So this week, Chase Elliott for Jake. He's finally taken Chase Elliott. It's a good pick. Yep. Bear, you would be next, sir.
Yeah, only this race in the NASCAR circuit has only happened 9 times, and there's only been 5 winners, and I've taken every one of the winners, of course.
Yeah, same. That's what I looked at.
Yeah, Kyle Busch has won twice, Keselowski's won twice, Truex has won twice, Kurt Busch has won once, and Matt Kenseth has won once. And I think I said Keselowski won twice, 3 times actually. I lied. So I got to go a little bit off the wall here, and I go a little bit deeper and go into Xfinity, of course. And one of the guys I have really wanted to take the last couple weeks because they've been racing well, I finally can. So I'm going to go with Cole Custer this week. He won Xfinity here last year.
Well, you took him 2 weeks ago.
Oh, shit. Well, God damn, I did. I didn't even see. I was looking up at the top here. I'd missed my last 3 there. Well, crap. See, I knew I took him. What'd I get? I got a 17. That's not too bad. Oh boy. Let's see. Well, I guess another guy who runs kind of decent on these mile and a halfers, Eric Amarola. I know I haven't taken him yet.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I wanted to keep him for Texas, but I'm going to take him this week.
He's had what, like 6 or 7 top 10s in a row? Something crazy.
Yeah, he's been racing very well.
He proves that Danica can't race.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wanted to keep him for Texas or Kansas coming up because he races well there, but I guess I'll have to use him here because I don't know how to read.
Brandon took Martin Truex Jr., one of the double winners here. Cody Bryant?
I'm going to go with my namesake this week, man. I'm going to go with Ryan Blaney. Hopefully he'll do the Blaney family.
I was like, there's nobody named Cody on this who's right there.
I said, hopefully he'll do the Blaney family some good, man. We need some good publicity.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Chris Boucher. I got to start. I'm getting down to I got to take some guys that are middle of the pack, and hopefully they finish well here. So I'm getting down to those guys. Not feeling too.
How many races are left where we can't pick the same guy again? How many actual races are left where we can't pick the same guy?
9,
7.
I think.
7?
Yep.
And then the FedEx Cup starts, right?
Well, that's golf, but the NASCAR Cup Series Championship playoffs start. So
I'm still learning NASCAR, guys.
It's all right. So, but yeah, then we can pick. We reset. The points stay the same, but we reset into 10 the 10 guys. We can take whatever 10 guys we want during that. Just can't take them twice. So you can take multiple guys twice throughout the year. It's just you can't take them again until the playoffs.
So if I'm leading still after these 7 races, I'll technically win the regular season championship, right?
Well, there's no regular season championship here, sir.
We're not for us even.
No, it's the whole thing, and also your driver.
The championship that you picked at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So
you can. We can give you a cookie if you'd like.
I would love that.
Trust me, if there was regular season championships, I'd have 4 or 5. It doesn't work that way.
I was just asking.
If you're gonna get a cookie, it's got to be one of them big, dinner plate size cookies, though.
Nah, it'd be oatmeal raisin.
No, fuck that shit.
Well, you can't get oatmeal raisin and you can't get cookies from Brandon at All Wear Clothing, but you can get shirts and koozies, and hell, maybe he might even give you some Over the Line Sports Podcast plates to put those cookies on. We'll see. We don't know. You can get in touch with Brandon, allwearclothing.com. He can help you with all of your clothing needs. And Cody, I think you've got your OTL, the Pod Beats Patty Boggs original shirt. We got to get you your new OTL NWO shirt, everybody here. And I don't know if, Jake, do you even know who the NWO is?
It's something to do with wrestling. I know that.
Wonderful.
Take a guess. Take one guess of what NWO stands for.
Northern Wrestling Organization.
I mean, it's not a bad guess.
What is it?
New World Order.
New World Order.
But that's okay. But either way, if you need any clothing needs met, you need banana hammocks, you need straw hats, you need sweatpants like Jason, you need anything like that, get in touch with Brandon at Allwear Clothing, allwearclothing.com. So we have so many different things that we're trying to cover today. I'd like the Northern Wrestling Organization. That's not too bad. I'll give you some credit. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't know what you would say. So thank you for that. MLB. So during their initial intake testing, there were 66 positive results for coronavirus. Found that pretty interesting. What do you think that means for the restart of baseball?
Less games, probably. They'll probably, try to finagle their way into playing less games, or, they're going to – I don't know what they'll do, honestly. They've already struggled so much with even trying to get the season going. I have no idea what they'll do, to be honest with you.
Don't think it affects it one bit. Not one bit. People,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
they're already in spring or summer training now, whatever the hell they want to call it. It's not going to affect it one bit. Unless the whole country runs into lockdown again, they'll be playing.
Yeah, and there will not be another lockdown. There's too much. I mean, the governments have already established there's too much money at stake to want to lose. So no, they're gonna get this season off hell or high water. That's just like with NBA and NFL. Like it's gonna happen. So I mean, everybody's just kind of resigned to the fact that people are just gonna get sick, and you to the point you have to protect yourself. So, and a lot of the big name players have already pulled out. The majority of the big name players have already pulled out of the season anyway. So, I mean, it'll probably be a bunch of like minor league and independent guys. So, we'll just see what happens. It's only 60 games.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel the same way. It's only 60 games. It's really anybody can win this year. Still stick by the Yankees. We talked about Tanaka taking that bad hit off his fucking head. That was terrible. And from Gio Stanton. And Garrett Cole looked good, though, today. Or yesterday when they were just doing some intermittent ball. Brett Gardner was doing his kind of introduction like they do with the fans at Yankee Stadium. Even though there's nobody there, he was having a good time with it. We will do our MLB season preview at episode 200, so we'll save that for that day. But I did get an interesting thing from Brandon. He found it might have been on ESPN or something. It was like a home run derby bracket of guys that either won or done well in the home run derby. Some guys noticeably weren't on here, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion. I'll give you the whole bracket, and then let's go through and finish this bracket. So there's 8 guys. So in the 8th seed, playing the number 1, you've got Pete Alonso against David Ortiz. The 5 against the 4, Giancarlo Stanton against Cal Ripken Jr. The 6th seed, right? The 6th seed, he won it before. Yeah, he won it in 91, man. So Aaron Judge, the 6th seed against Frank Thomas, the 3rd seed, and Bryce Harper, the 7 against Ken Griffey Jr., the 2. So Pete Alonso against David Ortiz. Who are we taking?
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso, yeah.
Pete Alonso. Parrot, do you even have a dog in this fight?
Probably not, to be honest. I don't want to make myself sound stupid, so I'll just plead the fifth.
All right. Well, Pete Alonso it is. Giancarlo Stanton and Cal Ripken Jr.
Yeah, Stanton.
Yeah.
Parrot still pleading the fifth?
I mean,
okay, you just stay out of it because you would actually give us a tie vote, and we want to go 2-1. All right. Aaron Judge against the Big Hurt.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to guess the Big Hurt on this one because I love that name.
Do you know who the Big Hurt is before I give this to you?
Absolutely not.
So you're not getting a vote in this.
I'm going to go Frank Thomas.
So am I.
That's
have
tough.
to.
Since you guys took him, I'm taking Judge. I'm a homer. I think this one I don't even have to ask. Bryce Harper, Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken
Griffey. All right, so back to the other side. Number 8, Pete Alonso against number 5, Giancarlo Stanton.
Probably Stanton.
Stanton and who was he going against?
Pete Alonso.
I'm gonna go Pete Alonso. He could. I think he could. He's got a more natural.
Did he win last year?
Swing. I believe he did.
You know what? He's an 8 seed. I'm going to go Pete Alonso too. I'm going to go against the Yankees. Frank Thomas against Griffey Jr.
Griffey.
Yeah, Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr. All right.
Before.
So number 2 against number 8, Pete Alonso against Griffey.
Griffey. Best swing ever in baseball history.
Griffey Jr. is our champion. So
where? I guess I don't know. I guess where's the home run derby at?
Let's say Yankee Stadium. since it's so short.
Well, yeah, Griffey
Might as well
Jr.
play it at
did,
Anthony Wayne High School.
Yeah, 315 to the porch.
It's crazy. That is nuts. But that was Brandon. Thank you for that. He gave that to me last week. I thought it would be a fun one for us to do. So thank you to Brandon for that one. And do you guys? So MLB, we're going to do the preview next week. Do you think there's going to be any surprise? Well, we'll just save it for next week because I don't want to get into surprise teams, anything else with MLB. Did you happen to see anything else with MLB as we head into next week? It was worth mentioning.
Not that I see.
All right. Well, the one last thing. What do we think about the whole thing for the Indians to change their name?
It's just a name.
I don't want them to, but I think it's going to happen. And I think that they need to not think about the Cleveland Spiders because that sounds dumb as shit. If they're going to change it, they might as well make it the Cleveland Buckeyes. But both of those were their teams in the past, their team names in the past. Right. I mean, that's my thing is that we do this because of offensive names. The Indians are not an offensive name. I mean, I don't even think the Redskins are a very offensive name, but I think
Redskins is Redskins is offensive. Like you might as well just drop an N-bomb. Like calling a Native American a Redskin, you might as well call me an N-word. Like that's basically.
I don't run into many Native Americans.
Right, but
I can't. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the equivalent though, basically.
But what about Indians though?
It's not even more the Indians. It's more or less the fact that people get out there and wear headdresses and paint their faces red. You know, like Chief Wahoo is like blackface, and that's the thing. That's the thing with the Chiefs as well. Like that's the people put on headdresses and paint their face is basically the fact that it's not the team name itself, but it's the fact that people will take that team name and then take it too far. So, you have the Indians, but then you have 50 to 100 people or whatever in the stadium with headdresses and red face.
So then, hold on. So then what about the Florida State Seminoles?
From what I was told, or from what I've ever seen with Florida State and the Seminoles, they have something worked out with the actual Seminole tribe.
Well, isn't that kind of with the Redskins, though, that they made that logo design after a certain individual, and that was agreed to?
Yeah, but they have nothing. Yeah, but they have nothing worked out with like any Native American nation or anything.
So they could be
add on to the fact.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, to add on to the fact that Redskin is basically like dropping an N-bomb. That's the whole thing, and they've been trying to get them to change that for basically since they've existed.
Yep, and I could see it where Cleveland. I could see Cleveland making a deal with the Cherokee Indians. Call them the Cleveland Cherokee. Just do not call them Cleveland Rocks. I will throw rocks at that stadium. Cleveland Rockers, I'd be okay. They could dress up like the Rockers from WWE.
I mean, that's what the WNBA team name was, the Rockers.
Yeah,
had it. So I mean, teams. I don't know, man. Like teams have been changing their names forever, man. It's just a name. I mean,
said exactly. Why don't we just call them Cleveland?
Like, yeah, it's just a name. Hell, they got rid of Chief Wahoo. People made a big stink about that, but Chief Wahoo's been gone for 2 years now.
That Block C looks better anyways.
Yeah,
and my thing is, if you just do it, it's just a name. So just go ahead and do it. Don't let the loud idiots that make you try to keep something like this, just go ahead and do it. Because there were a bunch of loud idiots about Chief Wahoo, and they went ahead and got rid of it. And yet here we are almost 2 years later. This is going on the second year they've got after Chief Wahoo, after they've taken it off of all their apparel and everything. And, the world didn't burn down. Nothing happened. You know, like people are still going to Indians games. They're still selling out. They're still selling merch. You know, I mean, I just found out today, you know, there's so many different colleges. I didn't know the Miami of Ohio. I didn't know they had
Red
a
Hawks.
Indian name. Yeah, and they changed it to the Red Hawks. And this was in like the 90s. So, you know, like it's just a name.
There's
And
been a lot
anybody
of,
that
like you said, a lot of team name, like the Devil Rays. They're just the Rays
right,
because of the whole
right.
Devil thing.
They're just the Rays, yeah. The Wizards changed from the Bullets. You know, like I had a whole list. Let me see. Dartmouth changed in '74. Illinois, University of Illinois, they got rid of their mascot and went from fighting Illini, I think, to just Illini. So I mean, it's gonna change, and if anybody that says that they are not gonna be a fan of a team anymore because they changed the name, shut the fuck up and sit down, and you were never a fan in the first place. Because if if a name changes if they change their name and that ends your fandom, you were never a fan in the first place. So you're probably not even needed. So go be stupid somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I am going to hold against that is you bought all that merchandise though, so the team's got to do something. You know,
Yeah, but you're gonna buy it again.
You can't have all this merchandise of a team. I mean, you people buy thousands and thousands of dollars of shit, and if the team goes and changes their name, it's kind of like, okay, so if I just bought all this stuff last year, you got to do something for me.
Right.
I'm not saying the entire.
I know.
I agree with you. I'm just saying from the aspect of money.
Right, but I know they did something like that when when the Bullets changed their name to the Wizards. You know, they when they changed and people that bought all that Bullets merch, you know, you still had the option of returning that merch for new Wizard stuff. So, you know, it's not like I doubt very highly that these teams are going to leave fans hanging. And I mean, hell, I'm one of those people that have spent a ton of money on team merch, whether it be jerseys or hats or T-shirts or whatever. So, and I mean, my favorite baseball team is the Braves. You know, like if they change the name, okay, fine, whatever. You know, like I'm still gonna be a fan of the team. I'm still gonna buy the merch. You know, like it's just the name. Because they're talking about getting rid of the tomahawk and the tomahawk chop, which I think they should have gotten rid of in the first place. And if you're a real fan of the Braves, you would know, hell, that shit didn't even come around until the Braves got good in like 91 when Deion Sanders was playing for them. So, and he was the one that kind of started that coming from Florida State. So, you know, any Braves quote unquote fan that says that tomahawk chop has been around forever, they're a lying sack of shit. It's only been around since like the 90s when we actually started getting good. So
for some of us, 91 has been forever.
That was before my time. I was
my bad
for that.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, at no point would it. It's not going to. I mean, I'm an Indians fan. It's not going to change my fandom if they change their name. It doesn't.
Right.
But what does? I mean, and even though I have some Indian stuff, that's not like, you know, the Cowboys
right.
or most of my merchandise. So it's not gonna be that. I'm just saying for the hardcores it would be, and I'm sure they would. I'm certain that they would. I'm just saying
right.
from the opposite perspective, if we're gonna play Shannon and Skip right here, someone's got to be on the opposite side, a differing
right.
point. And
yeah, but didn't the Indians do something like that though? When they got rid of the Chief Wahoo, didn't they have like some type of offer or something like that for fans if they wanted to trade in their Wahoo stuff and get new merch with the C on it? Or was that somebody else?
I know that it's happened before. I'm not sure. It could have been. I don't recall. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I still have an Indian hat that has Chief Wahoo on it, and I'm gonna hold that thing for a while. I mean, because that's gonna be a collector's piece in 40.
Right, and that's the thing. Yeah, it's a collector's item.
I don't wear it because it's a stupid flat bill, and I hate flat bills.
Yeah.
I went through a phase like 10 years ago. I thought it was cool, and it's just the dumbest thing ever. Never
I like
again.
flat bills sometimes, but now some of them get so big that I'm like this. I'm like, eh. So I have to just turn it around backwards because it looks weird being all the way out here sometimes.
And it's not my thing. Not my thing.
Okay, so if you could name their sports team, what would it be?
The Buckeyes. Why not? I just think the Spiders is stupid. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The Cleveland Spiders. Like,
yeah, that's kind of tacky.
I like the Buckeyes. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, the logos for the Spiders look sweet. If they would do something like that, the guy that drew up some of those logos, but I agree on the name. Like, might as well just call them the Cleveland Spider-Men and just rip off the movie.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. They had to come up with something. Hell, people act like Cavaliers is such a great fucking name for a team. You know, like, I don't know. It's not necessarily the best name.
What was the shit with the midges? What was that all about? I saw that come up as a name.
Really? Like the Mayflies?
Yeah. Call them the Cleveland Midgets. I'm like, wait, what?
Geez. Oh, boy.
I don't mind Buckeyes. I think that'd be good. I mean, you already got it here in the state. Keep the C, throw a Buckeye on it. Whatever, man. Like a Block O, Block C. They already got a Block C, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to keep the Block C no matter what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know. What else is there really in Cleveland or even Ohio to be?
Yeah, they said the other one behind the Spiders was the Guardians, the Cleveland Guardians, which I thought was also kind of tacky, but
yeah, that sounds like
at least Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland Spiders flows. Guardians it doesn't flow.
Oh God! So that is, yeah. I mean,
Cleveland Lake Eries.
That's what I thought. Cleveland Lakers.
I think one of their double A teams is like the River Monsters or something like that, like the Lake Erie River.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Don't they have a? Which one is the captains? Isn't that like their single A team?
Yeah, I think so.
The captains or whatever.
I mean, they have the minor league minor league NHL team. I think it's the Cleveland Monsters.
Lake Erie Monsters.
Yeah, Lake Erie. Yeah.
So
I wonder if we can pitch that with Toledo and tell them I'm offended by walleye. They should bring the storm back.
No.
Well, speaking of storms and storm, if you're having problem with long-standing water, or you need some help with drainage, buried downspouts, French drains, anything like that can be installed, you need to get in touch with Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. He serves the Toledo and surrounding areas, and not
Cleveland.
I like that. And he just mentioned to me today, I asked him if he does irrigation because a lot of people need their grass watered right now. He does not do that, but he has contacts and he can help you with that. But of course, reach out to Sean. He can help with that long-term standing water. Again, bury those downspouts, French drains. Right now, you're probably not needing your grass cut, but he will still do that. And then also he did mention to give him a call about fall tree installs. They're getting ready for that in the fall. They do a lot of tree installation, and he can help you make your yard look even better so you can get your fall cleanup, get your trees installed, get your grass cut, get some drains put in there. Again, get in touch with Sean, Crandall's Quality Landscaping, 419-704-5471. All right, so as we talk about some of these other things that are going on, a lot of things in sports. The next thing was NBA. So today is the 10-year anniversary of the decision. So the pod is next week, we're taking our talents downtown to show how we can drink some alcohol. Or
Best
this weekend.
decision LeBron has ever made. Also the most mad I've ever been at one time.
I bet.
But if I had to look back at it, I'd have to do it all again because that means they don't get Kyrie and that means that they probably never win a championship. So at the end of the day, it's probably the best thing that could happen to the Cavs organization.
Yep, I agree with her 100% on that.
What do you think, Cody? You're over there laughing like a fiend.
That was that was one of the funniest days in my life. I had so much fun on the book that day because a bunch of Herbs and Stans are out there burning jerseys and everything else, crying in their ashes. The damn fair weather Cleveland fans, I thought it was hilarious. Because those same fans that were burning LeBron jerseys the day of the decision were trying to pull them back out and dust the ashes off of him when he came back to Cleveland.
Yep, it's a good thing I'm cheap. Had my shirt and my jersey. I just didn't wear them. I just kept them in the closet. And boom, come back like, oh, my LeBron jersey's there. What do you know?
Oh,
hey, didn't Carter burn his?
Oh yeah, Carter burned his.
and then he taped up some of his other shit. Carter. Oh my God, I remember that shit. He was pissed.
Like, I don't know, man. What makes people think that somebody wants to stay somewhere forever, man? He was in Cleveland by what, 7 years by then?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Let him move on. Like, come on, man. Hell, Kobe almost left the Lakers.
He wasn't ever going to leave the fucking
Lakers.
Lakers.
He wasn't.
Get the fuck out of here.
I knew he wasn't going to leave when he said he would play for the Clippers.
Yeah, bullshit. He ain't playing for the fucking Clippers.
Right, exactly. And that's when everybody knew, like, he ain't going no damn where. He ain't mean that shit.
I did want to mention, I'm going to call out Jeremy real quick. I did want to mention, because I thought this was fantastic, the stat that Bear sent. Steph Curry made 317 threes in his first 2 seasons, 154 games. Trae Young, 361 in his first 2 seasons in 13 less games.
So that means Trae Young's number 1, Steph's number 2, according to stats. According to Jeremy's stats, that means Trae Young's the best shooter of all time. Steph is now second.
Oh,
that's how we decide things, right?
Right.
It's all about stats.
Oh my gosh. So did you guys know that, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Shaq has a broken rim tree. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God. It does not.
That'd be funny to see though.
Yeah.
Did he break it?
It's every rim that he's broke. So
okay, I got you.
I will show you guys. I'm going to pull it up for you so I can share my screen so that you guys can see this broken rim tree.
Nice.
Give me a second. I'll share the screen.
It's cool he's got a broken rim tree, but at the same time, man, fuck Shaq. He ruined the Lakers dynasty.
It's all right.
As great as Shaq is. Nice.
Does he still shoot baskets in there?
Looks like it.
It'd be about the only way he'd make them.
Shoot for the top. He's bound to make one of them.
Did he actually? I saw that somebody trolled him and said he should name his boat Free Throw so it never sinks. Didn't he actually name his boat Free Throw?
Oh, God.
Oh, no, but that's funny as shit. He better have given that fan a friggin' ride on that thing and had a nice party.
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
Did you? This is totally off topic, but did you see the Twitter thing with some random guy and Paul Felder, UFC fighter?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I seen
that. See that?
Yeah.
This guy says something. He goes, I can't remember exactly what it was, but pretty much on Twitter, he goes, maybe you should go back to fighting because you suck as a commentator or something like that.
I did see that.
He goes, yeah, why don't you say that to my face? He goes, no, you'd beat my ass. He goes, yeah, pretty much.
He basically said, he's like, yeah, okay. And he said, okay.
That was great. That's when, see, that is why Twitter being free is the best thing ever for shit like that right there. Because that's funny.
Do you, Bear, there's a guy on Twitter, and it cracks me up, all of his shit I read. I got to find him again. I don't know if you follow him. What is he called? 3-Year Letterman. He trolled his bio: youth football coaching legend, diehard Georgia fan, 3-year high school football letterman, show-stopping little league umpire, region champion, 3-way tie. And he just trolls the shit out of people. And it's like, because Shiv had asked me about it, and he's just like, is this guy for real, or is he just a genius? I'm like, no, he's a fucking genius. He just trolls the shit out of people. So
you got to be good to come up with some of that stuff. And
he put in here like today, my youth football team did not get a PPP loan. Like, just oh God. And he just said, I support canceling the Ivy League altogether. Why does it even exist? I can learn anything from a Google search that I could learn at Princeton. He just goes on. And then somebody said, are you fucking basically have a developmental disability? I will not say the word. And he said, I don't think so. That's what he said. He just trolls people hardcore, and it's funny. Like another one, storied apparel brand Brooks Brothers files for bankruptcy as it seeks buyer and closes some stores. And he said, this is why I shop at Kmart.
He just closed all their shit pretty much.
Exactly. And people are just like, oh, dude, are you for real? So have there been any changes with the NBA? We know they're going back. We're going to talk more about their little season next week.
The Nets just signed Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like 108.
Yeah. Right.
But still would produce in 20 minutes somehow.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, he'll probably give you 20.
Dude's still going to come off the bench and put up 12, 5, and 4 probably. Yeah. And it's probably get a steal or two and play some good defense. So not a bad signing.
Right. So in some of the NCAA stuff, I don't know if you guys saw this, Janeel Douglas, defensive lineman for the Toledo Rockets, was actually shot and killed last night outside of Geno's. It was sad to see, sad to hear. There was a scuffle. The guy that did shoot him is being charged for murder, 24-year-old. Coach Crandall put something out there for his D lineman that was sad to see, sad to hear for everybody, especially we being a Rocket alum, and I know Bear went to Toledo. It was just sad to see. I mean, you hate to hear that. You hate to see it. We also, we lost an officer last week it was basically he made a call to a car show, and this guy was drunk, belligerent, who had a car and just shot at him, killed. And, it was sad to see. And, we see a lot of shit going on right now. But it was nice to see the community. Didn't matter what anybody looked like, what anybody did, kind of, support this man and his family. He was a Muslim. And they didn't mention that a lot at first, but then they really started to mention it. And it was sad to see he had with his family, wife and kids. And I know a lot of people on the Toledo force, so I know a few of them were out there to support him during that and for the funeral. So our best wishes go out to that family. It was sad to see. I know we obviously know it made headlines and everything going on locally and nationally. But there's just still a lot of stuff going on, and you hate to hear any of these things happen. So, especially that one when I just saw that defensive lineman, that was sad to see, and I didn't even know about it until I was on ESPN today. So, sad to see. And then I got on Twitter and saw more of it, of course, because I'm not on Twitter that much, but I did see it. And before I mention another thing, I do know, didn't we get a sports question from Justin on the Twitter? I believe we did.
Yeah, the sports and wrestling this week.
Yeah, so
he's back.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, he's back. So I want to hear the sports one, though. What did he give us for sports?
All right. So for sports, Usain Bolt had a daughter, and Usain Bolt named his daughter Olympia Lightning Bolt. So he said, can you think of any better name? And I don't think I could. I mean, that's a hell of a name right there. Usain nailed that one, that's for sure. Olympia Lightning Bolt.
Only thing I can think of that comes close is that the racer, the Indy driver, is it Willpower?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's about the closest I can come up with something.
Just Incredible. What about that? Is that
Yeah.
I liked him better as Aldo Montoya.
Yeah, he was better than as Aldo Montoya.
Stop it. Just Incredible with a kendo stick all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
So what about like Matilda? Could have called her like Trench Bolt for Principal Trench Bolt. I don't know. I got no. I mean, you can't. Olympia being an Olympian and Lightning Bolt. I thought that was solid. That's a damn good name.
I wish
Lot
my
better.
name was Lightning.
Bear, Lightning, Covington.
Covington.
That's what I said. Covington.
Oh, I thought you said Covington.
No, Cub. Cub. Touche. All right. So, great question. Jake, you got any better name than a Olympia Lightning Bolt?
Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. That's a solid name.
Well, Justin on the Twitter, I would love to hear if you have a better name for it. So definitely let us know. We want to hear that. And as we have one more thing from NCAA, I'm sure you guys have seen that Stanford is cutting 11 of their 36 varsity sports.
Stanford is?
Yes. They're cutting, so not too many big things here. Men's and women's fencing, field hockey, lightweight rowing, men's rowing, co-ed and women's sailing, squash, synchronized swimming, and men's volleyball and men's wrestling. So I'm sure that's all they have is wrestling. So
is there anything more that screams you need money to go to this school than besides the sports that they just cut?
Tiger Woods must have stopped donating.
Well, he's probably still donating. That's why golf's still there.
Right.
Probably donating to golf.
Yeah. Which, did you know Stanford, they changed their name to the Big Green from they had an Indian name back in the 70s. They changed their name.
I thought they were the Cardinals.
They're just the trees, I thought. Yeah,
no, they were. Yeah, but they were. I just seen that. They were the Indians until they changed to the Cardinal in '72, and that's when they didn't have a mascot, and then some band members just came up with the tree, and they've been the Stanford Cardinal with the tree mascot ever since.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, I forgot they were the Indians back then. So let's call Cleveland the Cleveland Cardinal.
The Cleveland Trees.
I like the Cleveland Lake, Cleveland Lakers, Cleveland Lake Erie Monsters, Cleveland Erie Monsters.
Yeah, I mean, why is Los Angeles the Lakers? There's not even a lake there.
That's what I said there. I'm like, I'm going to change their name. The Los Angeles
Oceans.
Prima Donnas.
I mean, what are Clippers? Do they just have a whole bunch of salons and haircutters around there? It's stupid. Unless it's oh, damn it. What was it? That was Mark Wahlberg and the other guys. He was the Yankee Clipper because he shot Derek Jeter.
Oh, God. Yes, he was.
I like the Cleveland Catfish.
No. I'm already offended by the walleye.
Why? We're known for our walleye. It makes sense.
Whatever, Jake. Nobody. Do you like the walleye name? I prefer the Storm.
I like the walleye more.
The logo's sweet.
Okay. Yeah, I like the logo.
It makes more sense than Storm.
Well,
why we get storms?
Yeah, we do.
Everybody gets storms.
Here we are back on storms, but we're not going to talk about storms when we're talking about our next sponsor. We got to thank Brittney at Verizon. Verizon is a true technology business partner, helps local businesses deploy technologies that can positively impact operations and increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future.
We build it.
Get in touch with the sales rep in your area, Verizon.com. And also thank you to Cassandra at PNC. Visit her at the White House branch until August 21st, or give her a call, 419-877-0634. And I think you actually do have to call her. I think the inside lobby is still closed. So again, if you need help with any of your banking needs, loans, credit cards, or personal banking, get in touch with Cassandra at PNC. Again, 419-877-0634. All right, so when we're talking about some things in the NFL, we got to get into the NFL. Big contract signed this past week. A big contract, 10-year extension for Patrick Mahomes. There was all these things about what it would be about, like it could be tied to the cap. We have found out since it is not tied to the cap in an increased percentage. There was talks of that. But he does have that he can earn up to, what was it, $503 million?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, when you break this down, Every year, that could be $50.3 million. Every day, $137,808. Every hour, $5,742. Every minute, $96. Every second, $1.60. So just in me talking about this, he's made like $15.
Yep.
Not yet.
Yeah. Nope. That was very, very smart of the Chiefs. They have the best quarterback in the league. There's no denying that. He's young. He's talented. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. He's won an MVP. I think that they didn't pay him enough money, honestly. Yeah, there's no reason to sit here and wait. Sign him right away as they did. He had like $160 million injury clause that he gets. So if he gets injured or something and can't finish out his contract, he still gets $160 million. So obviously he's got a really good agent too. But I mean, think about it. 10 years, dude will be 34. I think Aaron Rodgers is 35 or 36 right now, and he's still top 5 quarterback in the NFL. So I think Mahomes, after it's all said and done, will be first billion-dollar NFL athlete, just not off endorsements, but through that. Because, I mean, if he plays as well as he does till he's 34, he'll get another 4 or 5 year extension on top of that. Deal at some point, give him more money in 6 years or whatever. Absolutely insane. So good for him. That's money well deserved. He's earned it.
Ballers called this.
Oh, that Mahomes is going to be the highest paid?
Yeah.
I think it's what, 140 guaranteed. And they have, like, the Chiefs, they made out like a bandit. Yeah, it's still a 10-year extension, but we all know football contracts aren't worth the paper they're written on. So, and I mean, the out of those 10 years, they're all like incentive-laden years, to where like they have to make it to this. Like he has to make it to the Super Bowl. He has to become MVP. With those incentives, yeah, he can make that much a year, but he's not even making Garrett Cole money. Like, Garrett Cole's still making more money than him right now.
They said he would be with this contract, obviously, if he made it all, he'd be the 10th highest paid baseball player.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so, which I don't know. It's cool he's getting, I'm glad he's getting his money, especially in football. Like, you got to get your money when you can. That's nice. He's got $140 million, but, like, that's all you have guaranteed is $140 million. Like, hell, they can go 3 years from now. Let's say Andy Reid gets fired or retires, and he has a bad season after that. Then he's out the door, So, I mean, I don't know. Until these contracts are, like, fully guaranteed, then I'm all for it. But, I mean, like you said, he's not even the 10th highest paid pitcher in the league or player in baseball. So, I don't know.
Which is crazy because football makes X amount more money than baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. I was reading something that said, man, it's a good thing the Bears took Trubisky. They saved themselves $500 million.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Shit, could you imagine what they would have paid Mahomes if he was there? Holy shit. They gave like 50 or 60, 80 million, whatever the hell it was. They gave $30 million. Mahomes would have got $1 billion.
Yeah. I mean, hell, Matt Ryan got $100 million guaranteed.
I mean, yeah, if they're if they decided to just start running the ball, Ryan would have a Super Bowl as well. Right. Which I can't blame on him. That was all Shanahan there. And now look at him, all he does is run.
Right.
Did you see also what they said he could not do? I don't know if you saw that. Yeah.
I didn't see what he couldn't do.
They banned him from playing basketball and jet skiing. 2 things that they said he couldn't do.
Huh. I didn't even know he played basketball.
I thought it was hilarious.
All right.
And jet skiing can be pretty dangerous.
You imagine him playing basketball and coming down and busting his ankle?
Somebody hit him with a Bruce Bowen, just kind of slide their foot up under him.
I bet they put in the jet ski thing after they saw Lamar dive for a ball and about take his head off diving for a damn football. My goodness.
Right.
So they didn't take out that he couldn't play Calcio Storico.
He said,
Did you watch it yet?
I watched it.
You did watch it?
Yeah, man, that was insane.
That was the thing we were talking about last week, Bear. The home game on Netflix, that Sport Calcio Storico. It's a show about sports all around the country, or all around the world. Yeah, I had him watch it. Dude, I watched it the first time. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I didn't get to watch it yet.
Whew.
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll save it for a discussion. Maybe let's save it for next week. Episode 200. We'll have Shiv on and Brandon, who's watched it as well. So Jake,
I get to watch it again.
Yeah, Jake and Bear, definitely check out Home Game on Netflix. And the first episode's called Calcio Storico. Unbelievable. Like, you just have to watch it. It is some crazy shit, man. And it's all about pride. Like, it was some pretty neat shit to watch, but I'm like, man, could you imagine us playing that, Cody? Just, we won't give any hints, but nope. That's right.
Nope.
Nope. Hell no.
I don't have that much pride to get my ass whooped playing a game.
No, right. Not playing a game. No.
No. All right. So, NHL, like I said, we've got a lot to cover tonight. We're about an hour and 15 minutes in. NHL, let's talk about that a little bit. So the NHLPA did agree to the return plan. 35 players have tested positive for coronavirus since June 8th. They are going to return, like we mentioned, that we thought, to Edmonton and Toronto. Canada they've gone down the curve. They have basically beat the curve. They've gone down. Of course, the United States still keeps going up. And part of this NHL deal and in this package, there were quite a few interesting things as I look back at it on what is going to happen for people. Did you guys happen to see any of that?
No.
Okay, so the salary cap for 2020-21 season is going to be set at $81.5 million. The minimum, do you know what the NHL minimum is? Their minimum wage?
$350? I don't know. I'm guessing.
So this year it is $700,000.
Woo.
And it's rising to $750 next year, and it'll be $800,000 by the 6th year of the CBA.
Good for them.
Right. I was shocked to see that. That's quite high, and I didn't envision that. The no move and no trade clauses are now portable with players, so no matter what the team acquiring them wants, previously those teams had to agree to keep the clauses intact if they hadn't been triggered. So now they don't. There's also a 35 and older rule. So for Cody Bryant, it'll be tweaked.
Easy.
So if a player 35 years old or older signs a multi-year deal that is flat or ascending in value, there's no cap hit left on the books if he retires before the deal is up. So that's great for teams. So there's some things with conditional picks. So there's no more conditional picks being traded that are contingent on a player re-signing with the team that acquired him. So those picks were famously attached to trades for like Erik Karlsson, Matt Duchene, and Taylor Hall in recent years. So I found that to be pretty interesting. What are you guys looking forward to NHL returning?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, because how long of a season are they going to play again?
I thought they were just jumping right into a big playoff, weren't they? Like a 2014 playoff?
I believe so.
Hockey is one of the best things you can watch, in my opinion. Playoff hockey, nothing compares to it. I mean, the excitement, just all-around aspect of playoff hockey is one of my favorite things to watch. And I don't watch a lot of hockey during the regular season, but when it comes to playoff hockey, I watch it almost every day I can.
I just bought for PS4 through tonight. They have a deal for NHL 20 with the entire bundle, so all the add-ons and everything else. It was $19.99.
Dude, I'd buy it. You'd love NHL. That
I
game
already
is
bought it. I was playing today, so
that game is a lot of fun, dude.
I was getting mad at, and I shouldn't have been. Grayson and I were playing 3-on-3 hockey against the computer, and he was doing okay. And I mean, I can't be mad at him because he's just learning this game, but he was doing pretty well. He picked it up. He was doing good.
Dude,
we lost against this team a couple times, but then we played him and beat him. And I was like, he's getting it, so I'm all right.
that 3-on-3 hockey in that game is, dude, that's so much fun. Like, I love playing the 3-on-3 hockey in those games.
Right. What do you think, Cody? Do you have any gaming console system?
Dude, the last time I had time to play one was before I had kids.
Right.
And then I had friends of mine that were buying them too, so I just went to their house. Dude, I got a PS2 still. The original PS2. But I do remember playing NHL, what was it, 99, I think? And I would always play the Dallas Stars, man.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm a big Penguins fan. Ever since, back in like 93, 94, I had to do a report on an athlete, and I did it on Mario Lemieux. Been a Penguins fan. I got, Bear can tell you, I was with all my Red Wings fans back in, 08, when the Red Wings beat the Penguins. I'm just sitting there taking all the heat. So the next year, we all watched it at home. And I wish I was with everybody then, of course, because the Penguins won.
Should have asked us to go to Frickers.
Yeah, no shit. But they probably would have lost if I would have done that and jinxed it.
You should have. That would have been perfect.
Got shit on again. So, that sucked. But they've won 3 cups total, and counting that one since. And, there's no doubting Malkin and Crosby how good they are. But they are getting older. They're 32 and 33, I think. Still can play hockey, of course. They've got some young guys behind. They've got a chance this year. I don't think they get it. And just to kind of remind people of our picks, now that if they do this 2014 playoff, the Devils over the Avalanche for Nick, not happening. Dub, Nashville over Tampa, possible. Washington over Nashville for Bear. Tampa over Vegas for me. Vegas over Tampa for Parrot. And Colorado over Montreal for Cody Bryant. So still could happen.
Yeah, I think everyone has a playoff team except Nick, or has 2 playoff teams except Nick. The only one that plays fucking hockey. And
it's funny is they're going to have probably a 2014 playoff, and New Jersey still won't make it.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, God. I don't know if you caught any of our conversation. We talked about I just bought NHL 20 on PS4. $20, man, for the entire bundle, like with all the add-ons and everything else. They had a deal going on through tonight. And
nice.
So I was like, got to get it and let the kid start playing it. And he's new to it, so I was getting frustrated at first because we were playing against the computer. But then he was getting it, and we started to win a little bit. And I'm like, I can't get mad at him. He's 6, almost 7. First time he's played hockey. I think I can give him a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you can.
I will try.
No, you don't have to. It's a cold world.
It is a cold world.
It's a cold world. You got to get better on the sticks.
You're going to have to beat him 78-0 one game. Show him who's boss. Make him cry.
That's right.
Dude, he will be so pissed. And, but that is what it is.
You got to learn from adversity.
Right. We did hear that somebody broke his streak of not getting any of the luck since October. So congratulations to our very and if you need luck in your dating life, if you need some luck in your dating life and trying to get that all taken care of, you can get in touch with Crandall Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to break hold on, wait a second. Let me do that math on my fingers. What was that, 8-month streak? 9-month streak. And, have some fun with with whoever you may like to have fun with. Reach out to Crandall Barrett, datingtransformation.com. He can get that social media dating profile going for you. He can get you confident to speak to the opposite sex or same sex or whomever you may like. So reaching out to Crandall Barrett would be the best decision you make during this COVID time period, because once we all can officially keep going back to bars, you will be the talk of the town, guaranteed. Reach out to Crandall Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
So I like this, adding a little bit of the music to the background. I feel like it, with those sponsors, especially
Spices
that
it
one
up.
there, spices it up a little bit. I like it. We do have the I don't know if anybody has this pulled up or can pull it up, but UFC 251 is this week. And I kind of just wanted to do a quick cover of the card if we could. If somebody can pull that up and we can cover the card. I know what Masvidal is fighting this weekend now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great fight.
It is going to be a good fight no matter what. Because Usman is a
Holloway fights this weekend too, doesn't he, Bear?
Honestly, I don't know. That's what I'm looking up right now.
Okay. I remember he had a fight coming up. I didn't remember if he was going to be at Fight Island or not.
Yeah, I don't remember the card, but I think Holloway's fighting some dude.
Yeah, Max Holloway. He's fighting Alexander Volkanovski.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. And then, Jose Aldo's fighting for whatever reason. He's going to get his ass whipped. Jessica Andrade is fighting Rose Namajunas. I'm pretty sure is with Pat Barry.
Yeah, Rose.
Amanda Rebus is fighting a smoke show, Paige Van Zant. And that's your main card. Honestly, a lot of the undercard, I don't recognize anybody on it. Main card of this, and most of the names are hard to say, so I'm just not even going to say anything. I don't want to embarrass myself here.
So how do you think this is going to be a decent pay-per-view or not really?
Yeah, I mean, the main card has great name value on it, and Usman and Masvidal is going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, and they have beef.
Yeah, I mean, Holloway and Volkanovski should also be a great fight. But, I mean, these are usually the cards where you don't know people on the undercard that turn out to be some of the best cards that are out there. So
right, this is true. So Usman,
but sorry,
go ahead.
I'd say definitely a pay-per-view. Like I'd almost worth consider buying. You know, some of these pay-per-views are good, and you know, with Usman and Masvidal and Holloway is one of my top fighters. I always liked him. You know, this would be a good Saturday to watch fighting.
Yeah.
Yep. So Usman, Masvidal, who we taking?
Masvidal.
Yeah, Masvidal.
Usman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Usman on this one too. I think it's too quick for Masvidal.
I think Usman's going to knock his ass out.
He was eating pizza on the fucking plane.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Masvidal, there's a reason why he's got that BMF, because he is a BMF. But for those with your virgin ears, that's bad motherfucker. But Usman is a badder motherfucker, and he's going to rock Masvidal's world. And hopefully they can get a good training camp out of Masvidal, and maybe they can fight again if it's a close fight, because it's going to be very good. But I think Usman keeps his title.
Can we place a fun little bet on this?
Okay. What's the bet? We got 2 against 2 right now.
Since the fight's this Saturday, right?
Yep.
For next Saturday at the 200th episode, whoever loses a fight has to take an additional 2 extra shots when we get there.
God.
Little bet.
There goes Gary throwing up again.
No, I can handle it. You can ask Jake. I can do the liquor thing, man. I can't be doing a beer thing. Liquor's my thing. Beer is not.
Make Gary chug 2 extra beers.
Oh, God, no. I'm not drinking beer that night, fellas. That ain't happening.
Cody win. We have to take 2 shots. If Gary and Barry lose, you guys each got a shotgun of beer.
I'm not drinking beer. I told you. I'm not mixing. We'll do 2 shots. I'm down for that. We got to take a shot when we start, and then 2 additional. So it's 3 shots for 2 of us here. Yep. I like it.
That's fun.
That's a fair bet. 3 of us agree. Cody, you agree?
I'm in on it, man. I'll be drinking liquor all night anyway.
There's gonna be pplenty of frickers there, so it'll be all right to soak some of that up.
Yeah. So when this show ends, or through the text, I want to just. You guys will tell me when we end this show, because I'm going to write it down, because I need to know, and I might as well just do this on the show, because I don't care. Our fans can hear what we like to drink and have, and what we like to have for our food. So I need to know what kind of wings y'all want first.
We'll do the wings later. I got.
What kind of beer? What kind of drinks you want?
Oh.
Well, I still have my Christmas bottle right now, unopened.
We'll keep that. What else do you want?
Yeah, I have that, and then I have half a bottle of Sailor Jerry right now too.
Well, I don't give a shit. I need to know what bottle you're drinking at the show because this is
I'm drinking
sponsored.
both.
No, I'm getting you more alcohol. This is a sponsored
Jesus.
show.
Oh well, shit. Dude, you know what? Give me a Sailor Jerry, man. Why not?
Sailor Jerry.
Yeah.
What do we got for bear?
Yeah, and I'll bring
What are you bringing?
I'm gonna bring some iced tea to mix with that Sailor Jerry.
There you go. Yeah, you got to bring your own mixer. I'll make sure we get the alcohol. Bear Cubbington.
Probably just get Crown Vanilla. I'm gonna have a mix. I'm gonna drink some liquor, but I'm also gonna have some beer. So,
Well, what kind of beers do you
So you're
like? I'll share some beer with you.
Miller Lite's fine with me. I saw you drinking it earlier.
Perfect.
You guys want the bottles or the cans?
Cans, yeah, 2 cans. Easier to clean up.
Okay. All right, so we'll get some cans. I'm gonna probably go Crown Vanilla as well.
Boy.
But we're gonna have our own bottles. So we're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna find out what everybody else wants to drink. I know that our friend Sparty Steve, he wants some Yingling, so we're gonna get him some Yingling. We're gonna find out what Sean, he'll be with me, what he wants, and then I got to just find out about Shiv and Brandon, and we'll be all right. And we'll get I don't know how big of bottles we want to get, but we got to get to 200 drinks, and we're going to get it. Hopefully reach out to our fans. We need Nick to be one of our drinkers Thursday and Friday. I'm hoping he gets us to 50 by himself.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna get that on a Snapchat video. All right, ready? Now say that one more time.
Nick, we need your help, man. We got episode 200 coming up, and it's closed doors with this pandemic. We need you to drink next Thursday and Friday, and I expect you to drink 50 beers Thursday and Friday to give us a head start on episode 200.
Nailed it.
Perfect. Let me know what he says. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a great 200th episode. It's going to be different than what we're used to. Next year, we got to remember, hopefully we get people back next year for 300 drinks. This is going to be interesting.
We got to recruit somebody or something.
No, we're going to be recruiting. I mean, next year we hope we can have all our listeners that we have and our friends come to it and have a big party. We're going to have to have a bigger venue. We'll get it figured out someday.
Next year, we're going to have the U.S. Olympic beer drinking team come.
Now we'll go to UT and we'll get some pledges, man. We'll say we're fraternity.
Yep, it should.
So you can't join.
So, and right, and I did want to remind people, so we've got a lot of fun shows coming up. Episode 198 this week will be the golf outing. 199 will be another combined show. We're going to do a watch along tonight and next week. And then episode 200, of course, is Pod Beats Patty Boggs 2, Deuce Boogaloo. And then in August 22nd, we do have the showdown of the Pod versus Jeremy's crew. Looking forward to that August 22nd. I'm going to try to get the grown-ups, Brandon and Shiv, to actually record for us to do that episode. So we'll do our introductions of ourselves. So we're still on the show, talk a little bit in between, but they're going to try to record as they go. So might set up a Zoom meeting as well, put them on opposite sides of what we're doing and have them just talk about it. I think that'll work out.
Nick said, I'm on days. Shouldn't be a problem.
Perfect. Thank you, Nick. Get us to 50. So next Thursday and Friday, if he can get us to 50 by himself, 40, 30, I don't care. I know he'll get us something. So thank you to Nick. All right. So before we're going to talk about WWE and AEW. And then we're going to do a watch along after sports trivia. It is a 30-minute watch along that'll kind of wrap us up. We're hoping to wrap this whole thing up at 9:30, a little over 2-hour episode, which would be perfect. So AEW first. So last week, night one. Right now, the three of us are 3-0. So first, Stat Parrot, I'm going to ask you wrestling because you weren't here, and I know you don't watch. So who do you have, Cody versus Jake Hager? Cody is the TNT championship, and that is what it is for.
Oh, Cody all the way.
All right. Private Party versus the Inner Circle?
The Inner Circle.
Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Best Friends.
The Best Friends.
All right, so right now you're 1 for 2. And the others of us are all 3-0. Moxley, I don't know if he's fighting tonight. I know night 2 they've already had a fight, Omega and Page. This wasn't on our stats. Beat the Private Party to keep the titles. That wasn't on there before. But here you go. Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage. Jon Moxley's the heavyweight champ.
Moxley.
Well, you already have him. We already have our picks in.
Oh, you're picking. Oh, you're talking about.
Ask and Parrot.
Gotcha.
Say those again. Sorry.
Jon Moxley, Brian Cage.
Give me Cage.
All right. Chris Jericho, Orange Cassidy.
I want to say Chris Jericho, but I like the name Orange Cassidy better.
There you go. Lance Archer or Joey Janela?
Archer.
Nyla Rose or To Be Determined?
I'm gonna go with the field on that one.
Remember, you only get a half point on TBD.
That's fine. I'll take a half point if I can get it.
Yeah, you get the other half point if you guess who it is. So go ahead and give us a guess.
This is WWE.
AEW.
Oh Jesus. Give me Hornswoggle's evil twin Hornbill.
I'm not even typing that. All right. Colt Cabana and the Dark Order versus SoCal Uncensored.
Choice A.
Okay. And Fuck the Rest and the Young Bucks, or the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers?
You know who I'm going to pick on that.
Fuck the Rest.
Yep.
All right. So we'll see what happens here in night 2. All right, so a few things. Did you see that Chris Jericho mocked WWE on the Eye for an Eye match? I don't know if you've seen this. Pay-per-view coming up next week that we're going to cover, actually, in episode 200. And there's an Eye for an Eye match, Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. And Jericho put on their Eye for an Eye match. You're welcome, AEW Dynamite, February 12th, 2020. And it was Moxley and Santana. Both had eyes. And it said eye for an eye. It wasn't that, but they both had the eye patches on. Found that funny. WWE purchased Evolve Wrestling. It's a purchase for them for, they can add more stuff to the network. Vince McMahon, I don't know if you guys saw this, but views Matt Riddle as a young Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
We talked earlier that yesterday was the 24th anniversary of the Hogan heel turn for the NWO, which changed wrestling forever, as we know. I know how Cody feels about Hulk Hogan, but how do you feel about that particular event?
Man, it was
best angle in the history of wrestling.
Yeah, I think only because you could never see it coming. Like you would never see you would never see Hulk Hogan turn heel. Even though I think he was like not just not that Hulk Hogan, the say your prayers, take your vitamins, Hogan become a heel. Then he actually turned out to be damn near a better heel than he was a babyface.
Yes, he did. Another thing here, I want to get your thoughts. Have you guys seen the new U.S. title?
No.
I've seen it.
All right, I will share it. I want your thoughts. There we go.
I mean, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, it ain't bad.
I think they could have put, I see what they did with the flag there, but, the eagle kind of blends into the gold of the belt, so they could have, lightened that up a little bit or something. Or champion is just so big. You know how champion is written. But it's not bad. I agree. Better than the IC title.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't mind the IC title.
I don't either, but this is better than that.
Yeah.
Because you took away an icon in the IC title. Still, the white strap is the best IC title.
Right. But, I mean, would you prefer this U.S. title or the New Japan U.S. title? Because the New Japan U.S. title is pretty dope too. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I have not. So let me pull that up.
Oh yeah, Google that out, man. Throw that in the Google machine.
I will throw that in the Google machine and pull that up. Oh yeah, this is pretty dope. So let me pull up this picture so that I can share it to the screen so that our friends here, Bear and Jake, who probably doesn't give a shit, can see it. But I like this one better than the one WWE has. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, that one pops a lot more. I like that. But I like the eagle on the first one.
I do like the eagle.
I mean, that's cool, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of that one as much as the WWE one, actually.
Do you like this new WWE one or the old WWE US title?
The spinner belt US title.
There we go.
I still like the WCW version of the U.S. title.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Better than both, like, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I do like that one.
Did we have, before we get into trivia or after, did we get anything from Jason this week?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, we did.
You want to do that now or you want to do it after we do our watch along?
Yeah, let's do it now.
All right, let's do it.
He gave us 5 questions this week. Must have been refreshed off vacation. So question number 1, name your current dream match using current talent.
So in the same promotion?
Nope, just current talent dream match. But they got to be current.
Does it count if we technically already seen it?
I know what you're saying, but go ahead.
I don't know, man. I would like to see AJ Styles. And no, you know what? I don't think they ever wrestled. But I would like to see AJ Styles and Kazuchika Okada.
I was going to go with that. AJ Styles and Okada would be awesome. But I'm going to go with current promotion. Even though they ruined him, I would love to see AJ Styles and Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of ruined Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Even Adam Cole and AJ Styles. I'd be fine with Johnny Gargano, AJ Styles, anybody with AJ Styles.
And AJ Styles would eat them alive, though.
Yeah, he would. But I mean, but it's fucking AJ Styles, man. I mean, I think we can agree he's the best, if not one of the top 3 current active wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell,
I don't know.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was just going to get into mine. So go finish your thought.
No, I was going to say even like a motivated Randy Orton with damn near anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be good.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, yeah, young. Orton's still pretty solid. What about like Orton and Edge in the greatest wrestling match ever? What do you think about that? I think that could happen.
Yeah.
For me, because just it's someone who I've kind of went to here and started liking more and more. Aleister Black and John Moxley.
Drew. Oh, Moxley, that'd be good. I'd love to see Drew and Aleister Black.
I think it's going to happen eventually, which is why I didn't say it. I think that'll be a good one, but I think that Aleister and Moxley would kick the shit out of each other. Obviously, I think it would be a brutal match, but I think it would be an awesome match. Probably very snug. And I'd like that.
I would love to see, because of the beef they actually do have, Lesnar and Matt Riddle.
Oh God, no, we don't. Oh my God.
So you can see 4 F5s, 10
Please don't do that
in 8 minutes.
Dude, if you think when he split Randy Orton open at SummerSlam when he split Orton open with those elbows, you think that was bad? Imagine what he would do to Matt Riddle, man.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be that bad.
Remember Zach Gowen? That's what happened.
That's what it would look like.
God.
Yeah, it would look like that. I mean, you gotta think the only reason why Brock Lesnar lost UFC fights because he had was it diverticulitis?
Diverticulitis.
Like that's the only reason why he lost. Like, oh my gosh,
and steroids. Don't forget about steroids. That was the other loss.
Well, you know,
or no contest.
Oh yeah.
The athletic commission. The athletic commission is undefeated.
Right.
Question number 2: what wrestler or wrestlers scared you as a child? Kane.
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker and Jake Roberts.
Ministry, Undertaker, and Kane. No doubt.
I wouldn't say anybody
Jake
really.
Roberts, man.
When I started watching as a kid, it was all gimmicks, man. I mean, it wasn't anything big. Jake was out of his prime. For me, there wasn't really anybody because I was too much into the gimmick time.
No doink for you? Weren't scared of clowns?
No. No.
Question
Booger. There you go.
There you go. That was scary just to look at.
You sure Mantar didn't scare you a little bit?
Good one.
Yokozuna if he didn't wear tights.
Oh, God.
Number 3. If they made a Total Divas type show with male wrestlers, would you watch it?
No.
This is how you can tell he's refreshed from vacation. Looking at these goofy ass fucking questions.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I don't even watch Total Divas. So
I don't watch.
Me either,
Total
but
Divas
I do end up watching Total Bellas thanks to the wife.
Yeah, no, I would not. I would not watch that. But I think, in a technical sense, isn't wrestling that Total Divas with men? It's the same thing, really. Just saying. Number 4, best face paint: Sting or the Ultimate Warrior?
Sting. Crow Sting.
Well,
Ultimate Warrior had some good face paint.
I would say Ultimate Warrior was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, but he just goes a notch down for me because he's an idiot.
Yeah,
but it's not about the personality.
This is true.
Best face paint is the question.
Yeah, I mean, just on face paint, I'm going to go Warrior.
That's the agree. I'm going to go Warrior as well.
I was a big Sting fan, so I'm going to stick with that because that was a big deal when he came back from the, and they were tag partners. We don't talk about that, back way before in the 80s. And, he had the cool face paint when he was in WCW pre-Crow, but, I mean, I liked it better when he came back and he had the black and white. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, Sting, he loses a little bit of points, too, though, for that Wolfpack paint.
Oh, God.
That was bad.
But he did come out to Metallica. That was his theme then.
Yeah.
Seek and Destroy.
Number 5 and last question. Rick Rude's ring tights, best ever or nasty? Dude, they were the best ever.
They're the best ever.
That dude guys' wives on his tights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most savage thing that you could do.
It is.
I mean, that dude probably had one of the best physiques in all of wrestling as well.
Yeah, he definitely did.
All natural, too.
All right.
And you can stay away from the recreational drugs, though.
Yeah, poor Rick.
All right, so let's get into – thank you, Jason. Do we have that other Justin on the Twitter before we get into trivia?
Yeah, let me pull it up here really quick.
Yeah, you Sin City sweat hogs.
A tweet from Alistar McKenzie, Justin retweeted, and a tweet from Alistar McKenzie said, "These 4 have been carrying the WWE during the pandemic, and it is Drew, Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley." So Justin asked, "Is this true?"
No.
I mean,
I don't know about Asuka. She hasn't wrestled. I mean, well, you know what? She's wrestled a lot
He has
actually,
wrestled a ton.
yeah.
and her Bailey has too. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Sasha just kind of came
so
back through that, didn't she?
she just came back not too long ago.
I still can't get into the women's wrestling, man. I mean, it's not the same without Charlotte. Sorry.
Oh man.
Well, and I mean, until this, I mean, was it 2 weeks ago when Nia Jax took her out? I mean, Charlotte was also leading all. I mean, between NXT and
Rhea Ripley, yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, they just put her
Before
everywhere.
Becky got
though.
knocked up,
Yeah,
like the C-Man.
yeah, but Asuka's still the best women's wrestler in WWE though.
Oh, I agree.
Hands
did you
down.
see? Did you see also Sarah Logan's pregnant? She just got released. Got knocked up immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by that Viking Raider.
Who's she with?
Rowe.
Okay.
Was it yeah? Who is he? Ibar or whatever.
The taller one?
The short one. The short one with
Bald
the bald head.
long beard.
Yeah.
I can see it. That's a perfect couple right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lied. Actually, Otis and Mandy are, but they're second perfect couple.
Yeah, I think Drew, has kept it going. I mean, just anything that I know AJ hasn't fought as much, but he's up there. I mean, his match with Daniel Bryan, even without fans, was good.
Right.
But yeah, Sasha Bailey, I think they'll carry the
Orton and Edge have carried.
Right.
yeah Edge.
Right.
I think Sasha Bailey will be better when Sasha turns.
Yeah.
And can MVP? I kind of like them two the way they are right now, though. Bailey and Sasha.
You got to give Sasha. Sasha. They just said it's not going to happen in Boston SummerSlam, which is probably when Sasha would have won the title in her hometown. But no, it's not going to happen.
Nobody wins in their hometown anymore.
Oh bullshit! CM Punk
Not
did.
WWE. Not
CM
since
Punk
then.
did 9 years ago.
Look how. And look what happened.
Man, it was the same shit. It's still the same Vince McMahon.
He went in her hometown, man. And can we give a shout out to MVP and Lashley? Like Lashley's been putting in some work, man.
Yeah,
He's
this is
had
true.
some. He carried it with that shitty little angle he had with Lana, and now with him and MVP, man.
Is that finally over?
Yeah, finally. He's with MVP now.
I mean, I knew he was with MVP because when I actually watched Raw a few weeks ago, they were just in their whole Lana came out and screwed him over, or maybe that was a pay-per-view. I can't remember. But she came out and screwed him over, and that was the last thing I saw of it. So I figured they were about to break up or whatever.
Yeah, they've thankfully broken them up.
So are they bringing Rusev back then, or is Lana getting released?
Yeah, that's probably what will happen. It'll probably be the latter. Probably Lana get released so she can make TikTok videos.
Right.
Hopefully she learns how to dance in the meantime, though.
Until that gets banned here in a couple weeks.
Right.
I've never seen somebody like so cute become so ugly when they like try to dance. Jesus.
Yep. I remember that one time at a wedding I was at, somebody was so cute until he tried to dance on his new wife. I was in that wedding. I happened to be in that wedding.
Hey, that dance made a baby. It's 1 for 1.
There we go. Oh God, what do we have for points in trivia, Bear?
So we have Mr. Marcus Wellington, the 45th, has 490. Cody's 18 names has 434. I have 433. Cody took me over last week. I had a bad week. Parrott with 215, Dub with 29, and Wes Anderson with 7.
Come on, Wes, man. You got to get it together.
Kind of shocked that Parrott is 215. He just had 199 for like 7 weeks.
Yeah. Now
Where did he go?
Now he's at 215 for 2 weeks, and he's not here, so it's about to be 3 weeks.
Oh, God. So, yep, I guess we're going to go without him. I ain't waiting for his ass. We got a lot of shit to still get done. We got to wrap this damn thing up by 9:45, 10 o'clock. All right, so screen is shared. Here we go, and go. He's got 6 questions, 3 for each, wrestling and sports. So let's go. One point. Brock Lesnar tried to make it with an NFL team. Which team in 2004? We all know?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota, okay. We'll see if Parrott gets it when he gets back. Give us all a point.
Yep.
Better get the chat box up for when we get the more difficult questions. All right. He's actually in this year's Madden game. Nice.
That year's.
Or that year, sorry. For 2 points, the awesome Muggsy Bogues was the smallest NBA player of all time. How tall was he? If nobody gets it, then closest gets the point.
Are we putting that one in the chat box?
Yep.
Just tell me when to go, and I'll hit enter. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yep.
You good? You good?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Let's see what we get here for 2 points. Nobody gets it.
5, 6, and 5, 1.
5, 3. Bear Cub
Damn.
on the nose. I like it.
And I put 5-3 and then deleted it and put 5-1.
For 2 points, come on, Parrott. Sorry, he stepped away. Which NBA star entered the 3rd annual Andre the Giant?
Oh, man.
Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania 32.
I got mine typed in.
Same.
Hold on.
All right, hold on. Hey, where you at, Parrott?
I'm here. I had to go to the bathroom. Sorry.
All right, how tall was Muggsy Bogues?
He sounds short. Give me like 5'8".
No, he's 5'3". No points for you. Who did Brock Lesnar try out for in the NFL?
Chiefs.
Okay, no, you're out. All right, so next one. For 2 points, come on, Parrott. Which NBA star entered the 3rd annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? We're in the chat box. NBA star. NBA star.
Current?
Entered. WrestleMania 32 was 4 years ago. And your hint is no.
Where's the chat box? Okay. So not current. Okay. Like, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yep.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Jesus, Shaquille Dynasty Killer everywhere I go. Get hurt on the clock. Heel on the clock, O'Neal. My God. So, hey, look it. Parrot's actually going to get one, too.
You get 2 points.
2? Shit. They'll
Damn.
go up to 217. All right. So, on to wrestling. Parrot, get ready for triple. This should be good. All right. For 4 points. Fantasy players may know this one. What tight end put up the best overall standard scoring numbers in the second half of last season? This player caught 28 passes, 537 yards, and 7 TDs in the final 8 weeks of the season. 95.7 fantasy points in non-PPR, which is 15 more points than any other tight end during that span. Well, I'm stuck between 2.
I actually don't know this.
Mhm.
I'm ready.
Probably going to pick the wrong one of the 2, but I'm all right.
Good.
Good?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. See, I was going to say Kittle, so I went with Kelsey. Jared Cook.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Who?
Jared Cook.
See what the Saints
Was that
last
the
year?
Saints? I think so.
Well,
All right,
you know, Breeze don't throw deep, so.
for 5 points, which athlete wrestled Steve Mongo McMichael at WCW Slamboree 1997? I got to get back to the box.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Ready,
10
Parrot?
points for Parrot.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, it'd be 15 for him.
15 points. That's right.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, God.
Oh, 3 Kevin Greens and 1 Jake the Snake.
I've never even heard of Kevin. That's not fair.
Reggie White.
Oh, shit.
He tricked us again.
Reggie White. Well,
I thought Reggie was only in WWF.
It got us good. But Kevin Green was a big feud. All right, finally for 6 points, what MLB team has the worst win percentage in history at 461? If nobody gets it, we can try again for 5 points.
The worst win percentage in
I
history.
don't know.
Is this
The Yankees.
Probably is.
Dude, I gotta try to think the last week who had the most seasons of friggin' bad seasons, 100 lost seasons. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm torn between 2 teams, man.
Same.
So am I. I'm actually
I'm-
torn between like 4 teams, but
10 teams.
torn between 30 teams.
I don't know. I'm going with it.
All right. We ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and go. Padres, Phillies, and Rays. So I got to tell them what we got.
No one took my second pick.
I was going to say Padres second. Somebody nailed it. Probably the Padres.
Yeah.
2-head Padres. Too bad it's not a wrestling question, Jake.
Look at that.
Wow.
I don't even give a shit. That was a complete guess.
One of the teams that didn't have any goddamn 100 lost seasons either. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My second guess was the Royals.
Oh, God. Sounds like that's it for this here. Marlins are second worst, followed by the Rays. Oh, shit.
Ooh, Parrot got second most points on that one.
That's all for this week. Hope you guys have had fun golfing and did well. Can't remember what date you were doing that this weekend. See you for episode 200. I got to tell them, we still need you for 199. And he told us good luck in the golf outing. Thank you, Jeremy. Looking forward to it. How many questions for 200? I'm going to see how many he's got. It's going to be, as we mentioned, Bear and Shiv versus Cody and Brandon. It's going to be a fun one.
So I'm the scorekeeper.
Yep, and I'll be the host of the show, and it'll be fun. There's going to be a lot of questions. We're putting in pop culture, wrestling, and sports. So this will be good. Put our strong wrestling and sports guy, Cody Bryant, who's strongest in wrestling, with Brandon, who's strong in pop culture, and then Shiv is strong in several different things. 2 rounds like last time. Sounds like you'll have a jam-packed show for that one, so I can do 1 round. It's up to you guys. We thought 4.
4 rounds?
Yeah, so 120 questions.
Yeah, I thought he was just doing 2, just like we did with Jeopardy last time.
Do you just want 2?
I thought that's what he was doing. I said, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to have him do all that work. He doesn't want to.
About 3, and I'll just say 3, but only if you want to. With one big final Jeopardy. No problem. 2 is fine too. I'll tell him that. All right. So thank you to Jeremy. Again, looking forward to the Jeopardy in episode 200. Yes, we do have a jam-packed show. Multiple choice final Jeopardy. Got it. I hope the
Terrible.
final was Steph
Fucking
Curry.
terrible. I'm ready. I watched Jeopardy yesterday and got Final Jeopardy question right. So
Oh gosh. All right. So as we get this, we are gonna. This is a longer match. I have to share the screen again. Got to make it bigger. So I didn't tell you what we're gonna watch, and I wanted to watch this for a reason because we've got several good. It's tag teams. It's from 2017. It's recent. It's actually 3 years ago. I think today or tomorrow. So we're going to share the screen. We're going to make sure that we play it. Get on your WWE network. We've got Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Most Falls wins the tag titles. I got to make sure that I turn this volume down because it could be very loud. So I better escape this before I press play and turn down the volume here. Let's go to about right here, see what it sounds like. Again, you can go to Great Balls of Fire 2017. Start at the 47. What do we got? 47:30. Can't even see that. I got to scroll in again. What are we at? 48:32.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
48:32 into it. So on 3, if you wanted to watch along, you can hit this, or actually it says 48:20 right here. So 48 minute, 20-second mark. If you want to follow along with us, we're going to go here on 3, 2, 1, and go.
The clock on the bottom right-hand portion of your screen, 30 minutes. And we are underway. Clock ticks
Volume
down.
okay?
Matt Hardy starts things off.
Yeah, it ain't bad. Oh, Jeff Harvey.
Cesaro came in with Matt Hardy. Brogue kick right away.
Beautiful distraction. Here's the cover.
One fall right away. Distraction.
All right, how many falls are going to be in this? 876?
Right, well,
Strategy. Cesaro, and just like that.
So
I
is
wouldn't
this-
think there'd be that many with the crash and burn by Jeff Hardy.
Right. Is the volume too loud?
Gentlemen,
Or is it pretty good?
Sheamus and Cesaro can
No,
basically play
seems
keep away
pretty
for the
good
next
to me.
30
Yeah, it's not bad.
kick.
Except
I just wanna-
Corey Graves is talking.
Yeah, this is
Right.
true.
Here's the
So now we got Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. We're a minute into the match. We already have one fall for Cesaro and Sheamus.
To get the Hardy Boys back in it, but what the Hardys have to remember
So
Sheamus,
Matt-
it's
maybe the whitest person ever.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel so bad when he walks out into the sun. He probably burns immediately.
Right. Did you guys happen to see Mark Henry's on Stone Cold's podcast?
No, fuck Mark Henry too.
So
I think I watched like the first 30 minutes of it before I fell asleep.
So he did mention, they asked him who's the hardest worker in the gym, like before they did the show. Cesaro. Who's the overall strongest person in wrestling? Cesaro. You know?
physically gifted.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a few times. It's crazy because Cesaro isn't even like that big.
No, and he's so underutilized. He's so good. I mean, you put him in AEW, he'd probably be a star.
Sheamus, one of the
I don't know, man.
stars of all time.
Starting
Sheamus-
with faith in AEW.
AEW doesn't know how to use their people either.
Right. They
Right.
don't even know how to use themselves, let alone somebody else.
I know Parrot's gonna see part of this match, but we're gonna lose him here in a little bit. But got a hard right from Hardy.
When do they bring out the Tope Suicida?
Oh, fuck.
I just wanted to yell that, but I don't think it's going to happen in this match.
Holy shit.
I don't think so.
Dude, I think a bomb just went off.
Probably
Bomb.
not. Maybe an M80.
So delete. Broken Matt Hardy.
Very underrated character.
Cesaro. Remember that time he overjumped his leap and pushed his further into his gums?
Yeah, he about damn near impaled his brain.
Oh. Thought we were going to get the Twist Fate. Instead, we get a DDT. 2.
I was about to say, there ain't no way you're getting a fall out of that, but it is an Iron Man match, so they get falls out of the dumbest shit.
Oh, now we're getting buffering.
Yeah, so mine's been buffering this whole time.
Bruce buffering?
Bruce buffering? Yours has been buffering this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a little laggy.
Yeah, see, it was pretty clear on mine.
Well, you're streaming
so fun.
off your computer.
Because that's yours.
Right.
Yeah, this is true. It's hard to do a watch along when we're not in person. So we might have to cut this off.
We got a good 2 minutes and or 3 minutes, 20
right.
seconds.
Unless we all pull up the network on our own computers, that'd be about it.
Yeah, but then we'd be buffering and be all at different times.
Right.
You know, be fucked.
I'm already watching the network, so.
So what happens, we'll just go over what happens here. Overall, it's a great match. So as we saw, the Brogue Kick came out right away, and we can kind of show this in here. I'm going to get back to our screen here and just kind of what had happened in this match. And I wanted to, because I know we wanted to do a watch-along, and maybe we'll do the watch-along when we are at episode 200 instead of doing it at 199 so we can all see it. But doing the watch-along like we talked about for Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach 94, Hulk Hogan's debut in WCW.
Yeah, they got a big-ass TV in there, if I recall.
Yeah.
So maybe we should bring a Fire Stick. Have the WWE
Right.
Network on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should probably do that because then we'll all be on the same page. I guarantee that.
Right. Yeah, hopefully.
Right.
So what happened here was after about 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes, Sheamus pinned Jeff after a white noise and diving neckbreaker combination. And then the Hardys won fall 3 at 13 minutes. Jeff pinned Cesaro after a twist of fate. Then Cesaro and Sheamus got a count out. Matt was counted out after Cesaro threw him against a ring post. So it was 3-1. Then the Hardys won. Jeff pinned Cesaro with a cradle. And then the Hardys won again. Pinned Sheamus after a twist of fate from the top rope, 27 minutes. And then Cesaro and Sheamus got the fourth pinfall. He pinned Jeff with a cover after Jeff performed a Swanton Bomb on Sheamus. So that was at 29 minutes, 30 seconds, and Cesaro and Sheamus retained the titles.
I'm kind of disappointed because I actually don't think I've ever seen that match. So that would have been a good one to watch.
Yeah, definitely watch that on the network. It's underrated. Doesn't get talked about, obviously, as you had not heard of it or seen it. So,
you know what we should do? How about this, right? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
So for the grown-ups being there, right, because they're going to be there this week, we should put on like some crazy-ass ECW match or something. See what they think.
All right.
Just something fucking nuts.
So we'll do a couple things. We'll watch the Hogan match, and then because we got a lot of show, we're gonna have a lot of drinking. I think it's gonna be a 4 or 5 hour show. We're gonna.
We don't want to put him to sleep, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't show him a Hogan match, man.
Well, that Hogan Flair match I think was short.
That'll mess around and kill somebody's buzz, man.
I say we get Tanaka and Awesome from
Right. Yeah. Because I think I'm gonna be honest, since I've been so disappointed in AEW and WWE lately, I think I'm just gonna start sticking back to watching New Japan only. And I'm at to find like a Minoru Suzuki Ishii match where they just sit there and just forearm the shit out of each other.
So that's funny. So we're gonna do. We can watch them. I say we can watch them even back to back almost to break them up. Hogan Flair is only 20 minutes, and we're actually gonna use their soundboard. We're gonna use the grown-up soundboard because they can fit 6 on their soundboard. So I'm gonna bring all our mics. They have XLR hookups, all our headphones, so all 6 of us can be talking at once, which will be good.
Sweet.
Because I have a lot of stuff. I can just kind of tell you the agenda has each of the sports. We're going to talk about movies after each of the sports as well to get the grown-ups involved into that discussion. It'll be really good. We're going to do the trivia, of course. We're going to have some fun things for others. We'll see what else we come up with as we get to the show. Sean should be there for a little bit. Sparty Steve, hopefully get him on. He's become like the Matt Damon of our show.
Damon.
I'm fucking Matt Damon. And then, so we'll see what happens. Looking forward to that show. Looking forward to the episode. Will be a fun one. Did you happen to see that Big Boy has changed their mascot?
To a chick, isn't it?
Yeah, Dolly. But they will still be called Big Boy.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I was very confused on that.
It's not great marketing. But Big Boy is only in business because of drunk people. I don't think I've ever eaten at a Big Boy sober.
Really?
I've eaten a Big Boy sober. I don't mind it. My kid loved it.
Yeah, really.
My in-laws like it.
Same thing with Denny's. I don't think I've ever eaten at a Denny's sober.
Definitely.
I don't think I would ever eat at a Denny's sober.
But Denny's is great when you're drunk.
Thank you. I just said that. The point I was making.
All right. So
See, when you said Big Boy, that's also 2 different Americas. You said Big Boy, and I'm thinking Outcast.
Definitely thinking about Outcast.
So you're someone who calls it Frisch's? Is that what you're saying?
No, I call it Big. I'm going to start calling it Big Dolly.
You know what? My father-in-law calls it Frisch's to this day. That's what he calls it.
I think the older generation calls it Frisch's.
Yeah, he
or
calls it
some
Frisch's.
people just straight up, it's let's go to a Frisch's Big Boy.
Yeah, you'll get that too. Yeah.
Just because you said the entire name, definitely not now.
And out west, it's I think it's Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to for Saturday. It sounds like we're just rocking the Hawaiian shirts. Since these two, I forgot, don't have the original OTL shirts. So we'll rock the Hawaiian. Looking forward to it. Gonna find me a thin one.
Oh yeah, very, very fucking thin. Yep. And I guarantee by about whole, I don't know, 3 that thing's gonna be unbuttoned all the way. I'm letting it fly.
So you're saying no undershirts?
I mean, I don't wear undershirts when I golf anyways. It's too hot.
Yep, there you go.
And there's nothing to look at here. I'm a fat shit, so it don't matter. I'm not here to impress. Trust me.
Oh yeah, the 4 of us, I don't think you are, and especially now since Parrot's not looking for any more meat, he's good.
I just said I got some.
Just because you get it once doesn't mean you stop.
You might see Bear and be like, "Damn,
goddamn,
chicken salad, motherfucker."
How many double cheeseburgers have you had in that gut, motherfucker?
All right, so British Open, St. Andrews, Denny Shute beats Craig Wood by 5 strokes. 36-hole Saturday playoff to win his only Open title.
1888.
1903.
It sounds recent. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. 1975.
33. Parrot gets the fake point. High five. Bjorn Borg of Sweden wins his 3rd straight Wimbledon singles crown, beats Jimmy Connors 6-2, 6-2, 6-3.
58.
76.
I'm going to go 80.
78.
No.
Ken Griffey of the Cincinnati Reds is All-Star MVP.
98.
83.
85.
1980. Marge Schott becomes CEO of the Cincinnati Reds.
83.
81.
85.
Damn it.
Oh.
Venus Williams wins her first Grand Slam singles title. Beats Lindsay
83.
Davenport.
Kidding. 2002. That's probably sooner than that. I'll say 02. Can't remember.
99.
2001.
2000. Surrounded it. Roger Federer wins the singles title for fifth consecutive year at Wimbledon. Beats Rafael Nadal.
2010.
2016.
2008.
Andy Murray 13.
2007.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to throw out some birthdays to let's see if we find anybody good that has a birthday.
Everybody else on that list, your birthday sucks.
Kevin Chappell,
Offer.
34 years old. Man, there is not many people that have a birthday. Well, there's a lot of people. A lot of them nobody would know. Rooney Arledge, is that his name?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
He was president of ABC. Don't know.
Nope.
All right, so nothing on that one. All right, so pro wrestling. Since well, you know what? I'm going to go on this day today instead of going all the way to the 12th Sunday because this episode is coming out tomorrow, and I'm in the wrong month. I picked the wrong month, so I got to go back because I picked June like a jackass. It is no longer June.
Yes,
it is July 8th. It is July.
Okay.
All right, July 8th. Let's go back some years. How about let's go back to like WCW years.
WCW.
Nitro, July 8th, 1996. So this was right after the turn. Mysterio Jr. beat Dean Malenko for the Cruiserweight Championship. Title change. Dave Taylor, Lord Steven Regal beat Big Bubba and Hugh Morris. Eddie Guerrero beat Psychosis. Rick and Scott Steiner beat Brian Knobbs, Jerry Saggs. Flair defeated Jim Powers via submission. Benoit defeated Sergeant Craig Pittman. And Sting defeated Arn Anderson via submission.
Not bad.
So nothing with the NWO. Kind of surprising, isn't it?
What year was that?
96?
Yeah.
They still weren't.
It was the day after.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had anything going on.
They
Not
had
a match.
I don't know.
No, I mean, even if they might have showed up because there was no match.
They weren't even the NWO yet. They were just still the
No.
outsiders.
Yeah,
No, they became the NWO on July 7th, the day before. That was Bash at the Beach.
I thought Sting came out the night after Bash at the beach and told everybody to stick it.
We beat Arn Anderson. July 8th, 1996. July 7th, 96 was when NWO formed.
I think that was something right. 'Cause I could have swore Sting came out the very next night and told everybody to stick it.
I thought that was later on.
Or that might have been that fall. I think that was that fall.
I think it was that fall, too, because we do know.
Because he was in the match. Yeah, Sting was in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do know Nitro that happened.
That was when he was hiding in the rafters.
Yeah, that was later on.
Being a nerd. being all
Yeah, we
mopey
did-
and shit.
Shit sucks. But I think the outsiders were there.
My Chemical Romance in the rafters.
Yeah, they did have some videos of Hogan. He did come out. He did have all black on then. So it doesn't mention that because it wasn't a match, of course. So that happens. All right, and then how about King of the Ring, 1985? Can you tell me who the King of the Ring was?
85?
Yep.
Wasn't that the homie Harley? Yeah, I think that was a Harley race one. I think.
Don Morocco
Oh.
beat the Iron Sheik, and then Hogan beat Nikolai Volkov.
Interesting. I didn't even know they had King of the Ring then. Shit.
It was a long time ago. What the hell is that background? Oh, we're in Zoom. You don't have your background's not clear. It's just a head. Just a head floating around in space. You got to have no panel in the background and no things going on there.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is fine. All right, so how about birthdays on this day? Nope.
No wrestlers?
Jerry Valiant? Old school.
Okay. Yeah.
Romeo Valentino? Mr. Atlantis?
Nope.
So Sato was born on this day, though.
Who was?
Hikaru Sato, right? That's how you say it, right?
Sounds about right.
Sato. I mean, he's All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW.
Yeah. I don't know who has that library. That'd be some good matches to see.
All Japan?
Yeah. That's where the King's Road. That's where all that shit started. That strong style in the King's Road.
The fuck is this idiot doing? He's rotating his screen.
No problems.
God, I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. Of course, we've got the P&K Open is this weekend. We're playing in it. We're hoping to go at least 12 under. We're going to watch Calcio Storico for next week when we have episode 200 with the grown-ups. Looking forward to that. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to mention tonight?
No, I got nothing.
I got a piss.
You
No,
always
we
have
got to find us a trainer, though, man. We got to get ready for the 22nd, man. We can't be out there. We got to look good, man. We can't embarrass ourselves.
We will get it together. We will get together. We'll figure something out at the end of July, beginning of August, where we can hopefully find a day to get together and play. But as we wrap this up, thank you, Wes Anderson, for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter, Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing, allwearclothing.com. Thank you, Brandon, for all of the swag. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Help with your drainage. Can help put some trees in the fall. Thank you to Brittney at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Kick fast, boys.
18 under motherfuckers.
Yeah, we going to win that bitch.